if you ask us where we are at TVS's facility at Hosur, a couple of meters away from the R&D test track. And now if you ask us why we are here, it is for this, the Jupiter, or I should say, the brand new Jupiter. Now the word new carries a lot of weightage because after selling 4.5 million units of the previous one, the new Jupiter now operates in a new segment with a new engine and a brand new chassis. So in this rather beautiful weather, we are going to be looking at what the scooter is all about and whether it's really worth your purchase. Now in terms of design, the Jupiter 125 comes in 3 paint schemes, and it is safe to say that all 3 of them are definite lookers. While we do agree that the looks are subjective, the orange one we were riding really struck a chord with me. In its new avatar, the Jupiter gets newly designed headlights, tail lamps and lights on the apron, all of which are LED units. The silhouette of the scooter is quite proportionate, and the package only gets sweeter with its new 12-inch diamond cut alloy wheels. The paint finish on the scooter feels premium and is very well done. The tail continues in terms of quality of material as well, as the switchgear feels good to the touch and superior in terms of fit and finish. Now the list of features is actually a very important thing when it comes to the scooters of this segment, and that's exactly where the TVS Jupiter 125 shines. Apart from a few features that we really liked, like the fuel filler cap that is now at the front, the 2-liter glove box that comes with a mobile charger, what really takes the cake is the new 32 liters of boot that can now fit 2 full-face helmets. And if you ask me how TVS did it, it's by placing the fuel filler cap at the front, which means the tank, which is conventionally supposed to be at the back, is now below the foot floor. Not only does this free up space at the back, but also lowers the center of gravity for better control. The new Jupiter gets a semi-digital instrument cluster. In addition to showing vital information like speed, trip and fuel, the unit also shows distance to empty, average fuel economy as well as instantaneous fuel economy. Now if you're talking of ergonomics, the new Jupiter finds the sweet spot perfectly. For reference, I am 5'7" and everything is easily accessible. You sit quite upright that might not raise any backaches even after long city commutes. TVS claims that the Jupiter 125 has the longest seat in the segment. There's plenty of room to move around. However, we did feel that the cushioning could have been a little better. So now moving on to the more important changes, and we will start with the engine. Now TVS already has the NTORQ 125 in its lineup. However, the engine that sits in the Jupiter is a brand new one that has been built from the ground up. Unlike the NTORQ 125, which has 3 valves, the Jupiter 125 gets a 2-valve engine that is tuned for more city-friendly and more fuel efficiency. Outputting 8.3 PS and 10.5 Nm of torque, the numbers of Jupiter are mildly lower than the NTORQ. The Jupiter offers its peak torque at the low and mid-range. The spread is consistent, making the ride a pleasant one, and we can feel that this will be a well-behaved scooter in the city. The suspension in its default setting is on a softer side, but you get preload adjustability that can be changed with the flick of a lever at the rear shocks. Other cycle parts, including the brakes, have been borrowed from the NTORQ. Both at the front and the back, the setup provides plenty of feedback and has good bite as well. Now, if I have to sum it up, our experience with the TVS Jupiter 125 has been nothing short of delightful. Ranging from its peppy engine, its ride quality and its exhaustive list of features, this is actually a very worthy contender in the 125cc scooters segment. Now all that's left to see is the price, and we are eager to see what it does in the segment and how it competes against the segment rivals.